Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcats Sports Network from Learfield, this is Cat Chat with Matt Logie and Tricia Binford, presented by Montana's Rib and Chop House. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
All right, hello, and welcome live to Montana's Rib and Chop House. All right. So much gusto. I think everybody's still riding the high of whatever it is now a week ago in Nashville, and we are going to have to ride that high into this weekend as well. It is rivalry week at the Brick this weekend on a Saturday at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. We got a lot to going on. We're going to talk about all of it. Our player guests today, we've got Jamison Phillip, who hit the game winner, against Eastern Washington. And we're talking to a legacy Bobcat, Davien Brown, as well. So excited to talk to Brown. Yes. We've got associate head coach Sonny Smallwood pinch hitting for Coach Binford today. Always excited to talk to Coach Smallwood. And sitting to my right is head men's coach Matt Logie. Coach, how we doing? How we feeling today?
Doing good.
It's a full-bodied week, so here's what's coming up this week. I know they've got the Hall of Fame banquet on Friday. They've got a great class going in. Saturday morning is the championship parade at 10 a.m. Hope you guys have a chance to get out to that. So that starts at 10 a.m. at the BAC. They're going to go north up 11th, east across Main, and then they're going to come down Highland to Kagi, and then back to the BAC. And hoping about 11:30 or noon, they're going to do the celebration there. And then we've got the 2 o'clock tip-off for the women and the 7 o'clock tip-off for the men. So get some sleep on Friday night because we're going to have a long, full day of cheering on the Bobcats. And I imagine we'll be parading not 1, not 2, but 3 trophies around at halftime as well. So going to be a lot of fun. And, Coach, I know it's just kind of in the rhythm right now. I mean, it's just a lot going on, all coming fast-paced and getting through and right into the thick of Big Sky play right now.
Yeah, it's that time of year. You know, you're either on the road Wednesday to Saturday or Sunday, or fortunately this week home in the Brick in front of our fans.
Yeah, and then we also have a Monday game this week. So the women will be at home on Monday night against Northern Colorado. The men will be on the road at Northern Colorado on Monday. That's obviously going to be a massive game. We know the Bears are going to be out for some revenge after the Bobcats got that great win to open Big Sky play and open 2026 in January. All right, Coach, well, let's kind of just dive right into some stuff. We've had a lot going on, and a 1-1 weekend out at Eastern and Idaho. Just overall, I mean, how you feeling? We're 4 games into Big Sky Play, sitting at 3-1, which is always a good number, but just in general, how you feeling about the squad right now?
Yeah, I think right now we're playing good basketball. We're sharing the basketball. We've had different guys step up at different nights. We found different ways to win games. At Eastern, it was kind of an ugly first half offensively for both groups, and we were able to find our rhythm there and have a pretty explosive second half. And that carried over, obviously, in the first half at Idaho, and just a few possessions away from getting that thing done. So, we've played 17 times this year. We've had a chance to win 17 games. We're 9-3 in the non-high major road games and playing good basketball, and our team is hopefully going to have an opportunity to continue to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're starting to see some of that from some of these guys continuing to improve. Chris Hodges this week, he had 11 rebounds against Eastern Washington, including 5 offensive rebounds in this game. And then he was really able to turn on the offense in the game against Idaho with a career-high 18 points. But certainly nice to see him kind of really assert himself and have some confidence on the floor.
Yeah, it was a big weekend for Chris. And I think that's one of the things that we're finding with this team is, when you bring, so many new people into new roles, not everybody breaks through at the same time, but that was a breakthrough weekend for Chris Hodges. The 5 offensive rebounds on Thursday at Eastern were huge and pivotal moments. And then to see him finally kind of get his offensive rhythm around the basket with his back to the basket, as we've seen in practice in a game, was really, really positive sign.
Right, and against Idaho, it wasn't like he was just taking advantage of a small lineup. I mean, they had that 6'11" center in there, too, so that's some big-bodied stuff in there.
Yeah, no, I think for Chris, it's just about breaking through that confidence barrier and knowing that, he can get to his spots, and obviously he's used to playing against size coming from the Big Ten, so it's great to see those shots go down, and that will be pivotal for us as we move forward and need that offensive balance.
No doubt. Christian King, also another career high in that game against Eastern Washington. 27 points, 7 rebounds in this ball game. He had 5 threes, 9 of 16 from the field. I mean, he was really, really assertive, and I know he was battling injury earlier, but, man, he was quick on his feet on Thursday.
Yeah, you can see his body starting to move, more in line with when he's healthy, and he's got such great shot credibility that it gives him a chance to attack closeouts, and he's much more versatile than I think people who watch him play at the University of Washington realize. He can score off the bounce, he can use ball screens, and that was a good rebounding game for him, which we've been on him about. So that was good to see him kind of put all the facets together.
Yeah, you mentioned just some of his versatility. I feel like we're seeing some of the versatility from Pat McMahon as well, at 20 points in the win at Eastern Washington. And overall, I feel like you look at this offense. Obviously, King and McMahon led the way on Thursday, but you had other guys leading the way on Saturday with Hodges in the 18. Davien Brown, who we're going to talk to, had 15 in that game. Jed Miller had 20. It does feel like watching this team, you're setting up a very durable offense where it doesn't have to be one guy carrying everything.
Yeah, I think that is the beauty of this team is we can take what the defense gives us. We're moldable, and guys don't care who gets the credit. They share the basketball. They play for one another. And so, our first weekend at home, you see Davien Brown and Jed, really break through with high-scoring output games. And then, the defense adjusts to them a little bit. And then you see Christian King and Pat explode. And then, it's just – you're going to have to pick your poison with this group because, we do take great pride in sharing the basketball and playing together.
Yeah, that's it's fun to watch, and it's fun to watch how all of that kind of continues to come together. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with head coach Matt Logie. We'll talk a little more about this past weekend and get you ready to go for the Cat-Grizz rivalry games coming up on Saturday at the Brick. We are taking a break. We're live from Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning two-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country. Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Rib and Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Rib and Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
We are back live at Montana's Rib and Chop House for Cat Chat. Another big crowd here today. We are here every Tuesday night starting at 6:30 p.m. Throughout the rest of the regular season and on our way to Boise. We also remind you that Universal Athletics is a proud partner of Montana State Athletics and Bobcat basketball. Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. In just a bit, we're going to talk to Davien Brown. But, Coach, we're talking a little bit about this week that was. We talked about the hard-fought win at Eastern Washington. This game against Idaho was a tight one. You guys did end up having a little bit of a lead there midway through this game. They got hot. Felt like this was kind of one of those games where, Idaho caught a couple of breaks, and at the end of the day, it was a one-possession margin in this one.
Yeah, I think there's a couple factors that go into that. Idaho's one of the streakiest teams in the conference. They kind of live by the 3, die by the 3. I thought in the first half we really defended well. We had good contests, and honestly, sometimes they just miss shots. And so the math looks really good. You build a lead, and then, the math starts to normalize a little bit when they see a couple shots go down, and they bank in a 3. We get a couple tip balls that sometimes end up in pick 6 layups for the defense, but instead ended up with 5 points for the offense. And we broke down defensively in a few areas, but the thing I told the guys is we've just got to play better. We've just got to execute better. When we did execute, we had a lot of success, and then had a few breakdowns. But you think back to like our first year, and I remember everyone coming up and saying, "Oh man, you guys never quit. You never quit," because we keep coming back. We keep coming back. And and now we're in this newfound land where you're trying to build leads and protect leads, and as frustrating it is to not finish the job, the fact that we've had leads in all 17 games, to me, speaks progress. And we're growing through those adversities together, but obviously would have loved to have that one in the win column. Did some things well enough to win, but ultimately you got to tip your hat to Idaho, too. They made a lot of tough shots, and so we'll get a chance to see them in the brick in a few weeks.
Yeah, the one I really think about was when Jed Miller reached around from behind, knocked it away, and ended up in their center's hand, and he laid it in. But these are the things that happen, and it's going to be up and down. It always is in what's going to be a pretty even Big Sky season this year. I think one of the things that I found myself talking about a lot, really across sports now, especially after the football championship game, is just how you handle adversity. I know you guys have handled some in terms of injuries, and even within a game, there's going to be adversity and things going the right way. How do you instill that strength of character to be able to handle that adversity that inevitably comes during the season?
Well, I think it's embedded into our entire process. It starts by getting the right people in the program and in the locker room, and guys that are high-character kids from high-character families, and understand that sometimes, what we really, really want in life is on the other side of hard, and you've got to go through those things to grow together. It's also built into the way we just approach things. We say attitude for a reason. I think the way we control our thoughts and our attitude allow us to come out of those situations together and in a positive mind frame. And we certainly saw that on Thursday at Eastern Washington, because that game was not going according to script in the first half. We couldn't buy a bucket, and it was frustrating for everybody. But we came out of the halftime, refreshed and together and with the right attitude and a couple new ideas, and we're able to turn the page.
Is that something you've kind of always had in your coaching philosophy, or is it something that has evolved over time for you?
No, I think it's been pretty embedded into my DNA. My grandfather was big on attitude, and whether you're experiencing the highest successes in sport or you're in a valley, your attitude is what determines your next steps. And so whether that's being humble enough to understand that the success we're having is because of the process we're going through and all the hard work, and not resting on your laurels, or if it's looking in the mirror and saying, hey, we didn't do that good enough, we have to own that and figure out how to do it better next time, and then turn the page. So, really that's been a big part of some of my greatest life lessons in sport, and so you try to pass those on as a coach.
No doubt. All right, we're looking ahead, presented by Vance Thompson Vision. Coming up, 7 o'clock for the men, 2 o'clock for the women against Montana. Give us a quick something to look for in this matchup against Montana. Money Williams is having a great year out of the guard spot. Tajon Sawyer is back for them as well. But what are we looking for in this matchup on Saturday?
Yeah, you mentioned those two, and rightly so. I mean, they're the anchors for Montana at the point guard and center positions. And, Money Williams, a guy that can really score the basketball, but is also a willing passer and gets his teammates involved. Does a great job of drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. I think he had like 30 free throws in the 2 games before Saturdays. So we're going to have to be really technically sound, but still, you have to be aggressive, because you don't want him to be too comfortable. And then Tajon Sawyer, again, is somebody, as a 23-year-old, fifth-year senior, been in the program, just brings a physicality and relentlessness around the rim that they've needed.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it for the Gold Out, the Gold Rush for basketball. Excited to play in front of this crowd on Saturday, too?
Can't wait.
It's going to be awesome. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Davien Brown will join us here at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Hey, Bobcat fans. Want to make a real difference in the lives of Montana State student-athletes? The Bobcat Collective is your chance to do just that. By joining as a member or becoming a business partner, you're directly supporting our athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them succeed both on and off the field. Whether you're an individual looking to become a member or a business ready to partner with us, every contribution empowers our Bobcats to reach their full potential. Visit BobcatCollective.com to learn more and sign up today. Together, we can elevate our athletes and the entire Bobcat community. Go Cats, go!
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. Getting ready to go for Rivalry Week. We've got a 2-game week, but it's Saturday and Monday this week. The women will be home on Monday. And of course, we've got the doubleheader on Saturday. I'm Keaton Gillogly, and we are joined now by Davien Brown. How we doing, Davien? How you feeling, man?
Doing good. Excited.
Yeah, happy to have you rolling in this season, getting going. Overall, just how you feeling, settling into Big Sky play right now?
It's feeling good. Competition is leveling up as conference started. I'm just excited to continue to keep playing.
Yeah, always fun to keep playing and keep this thing rolling. You've had quite a route to get here. Give us a sense of just break it down for us. What was the route to get here and the different stops you had before you got over here to Bozeman?
Yeah, so coming out of high school, I went to a small NAIA school in Southern California called Masters University. I was there for 2 years. Transferred to a school in Idaho called Lewis Clark State College. That was also NAIA. Got my bachelor's degree from there in business management. And then for my 5th year, my COVID year, I went to Biola University back in Southern California, started a master's over there. And then halfway through that season, I found out that I was able to have an extra year to only go Division I. And then I found my way here for MSU for my 6th year and final year.
All right, I like it, yeah. That's quite a route. So from NAIA for those first 4 years, then D2, now D1. Give us a sense of what that level of competition and jump is from each of those levels now to here at D1 level.
I would definitely say that the pace of play is a lot faster, strength, and there's more size there too. And just the will to win and the will of like connectiveness from throughout the different teams that I've had is much stronger here. So
yeah, that's interesting you say that you can kind of notice that connectiveness and will to win. Like, how do you see that? Is there, like, an example you'd be able to give, or is it just something you kind of sense on the floor?
I would say it started in the summer. Like, this is my first summer actually being with the team. Usually with NAI in Division II, I would start school, and that would be in August. Here, I started in June and with the group of guys and built a strong relationship with them, started early. So I think it started with that.
Yeah, well, we certainly can see that. I know the guys have really been playing well together. A lot of great energy so far this year. And, of course, Jed Miller and Pat McMahon, really leaders on this team. How have those guys kind of stepped into that leadership role on this squad?
Oh, big time. And they've helped me out a lot, too. I think I was closest with them coming into Bozeman. They were there on my visit, or especially Jed. And, yeah, I could tell that, they're playing for this their last year. And obviously it is, and mine, too. And you could tell that they're giving it all they have, and especially Pat too, coming off this injury on and off, so he's just trying to stay healthy to play. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fun to see the way those guys have handled all of that. Of course, they've got a championship pedigree, and of course, your brother has a championship pedigree as well. Darius Brown, your older brother. Yeah, absolutely. Helped win a Big Sky title here. Played at Utah State. I was so impressed with when we went to Utah State how many people came up to me and talked about your brother, what he meant to them, and I know how much he means to this fan base as well. But it was really cool to see that, and I know he's out playing G League ball right now. But what was it like just kind of following him along while he made all of his different stops, even though you were playing your own ball as well?
No, it's been exciting. I mean, I talk to him every day, and just that Utah State game. We talked a lot before that game. All we really wanted was for us to win, but we gave it a fight. But no, he's been helping me out a lot through my ups and downs, and then he's really close with Coach X, and we're always talking together and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What did your brother tell you about Montana State when you did decide to go the D1 route? How quickly did Montana State get on your radar, and what were some of the things your brother said about it?
Nice community. The fan support was huge.
Yeah, you can see that right here. Ribbon Shop, no doubt.
Yes. Yeah, and then on my visit, just meeting different type of people, and they're just introducing me, and they all knew Darius. Darius was spoken highly about it here, and it just felt like the right spot, especially on my visit too. And then with the coaching staff, of course. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's cool to see, and your brother's playing G League, as we mentioned, in the Cavs org. He's doing pretty well right now. He's averaging, about 10 assists a game? He had that big assist game a couple of days ago or a couple games ago. How's he been doing out there?
He's been doing really good. He's doing what he does. Last game, he's been averaging like 15 and 10. So, I mean, it's not a surprise to me. So he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what you expect.
Yeah.
Expecting greatness, and it won't surprise you. Yeah. Darius putting up 15 points a game right now. He's 45% from the three-point line, 10 assists per game, and 3 steals per game. So a lot of fun to see him doing what he's doing there right now. You also mentioned Xavier Bishop, his role in kind of getting you here. Another guy who's endeared to the fan base as well. He was there and a part of that first Big Sky championship that broke that long drought. What has his role been like? What's X like as a coach?
Oh, no, he's great. I mean, he gets on me a lot, me and Jed especially. Just that point guard role and just seeing the floor, he's helping me out a lot with that. And then the shot selection, that's our main focus, is really just taking care of the ball, monitoring the floor, seeing where guys are, just bringing up the ball and stuff. So it's really just he's been on us, me and Jed, about taking care of the ball, making the sure passes, and then just playing confident, playing free and playing confident.
Yeah, that playing free, playing confident, that having belief in yourself, especially for you coming up to the Division I level. Where does that belief come from? Do you just have to rely on your coaches, or what do you do to make sure you've got that belief that you can play confidently?
I mean, the coaches give you confidence, yourself, your family support. But yeah, the confidence comes from the coaches, I think, as a big part for me personally. And then I feed off of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fun to watch. Give us a quick breakdown on how you compare to your brother on the floor as well. I'm sure that's something a lot of people are thinking about.
Yeah, me personally, I would say I'm a better scorer than Darius. He's a better passer, but at the same time, he can score the ball really well, and I can pass the ball pretty well.
Yeah, who's the better defender? I
don't know. I mean, on ball. That's a tough one, honestly.
All right.
That's a tough one. I can't even answer that.
I'll take it. To be determined. I feel like that would have been something you guys maybe determined, in the driveway or in just the casual one-on-one.
I mean, we run ones. When we play one-on-one, it's usually the score is usually even.
Yeah.
So we get after each other. So.
And how many points can you guys get into those one-on-ones before the argument breaks out or it just bubbles over? Does that something that happens at all?
I don't even like to talk. I just play.
Yeah.
I don't really, I don't really like to talk to them. I just play.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I imagine maybe Xavier Bishop's trying to pull a little of that talk out of you.
Oh, yeah, he talks a lot.
Yeah. He's
a talker for sure.
Yeah, the lead smack talker on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, yes. we love to hear it. Well, we're getting ready to go for this weekend against Montana. First and foremost, how excited are you to just get out on the floor and play in front of this crowd that we're going to see on Saturday?
I'm real excited. This has been talked about a lot, and obviously with the Cat Grizz football, there's huge atmosphere. No, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. What was the biggest crowd or maybe biggest atmosphere you played in your time before you got here?
Probably when I was at LC State, we played Gonzaga, and that was their first game of the season, so it was a packed house, loud, and that was just a fun environment to play in.
Yeah.
I would say that.
All right. Well, it's going to be a fun environment coming up on Saturday. Give us one or two things to look for in this matchup against Montana on Saturday.
You're going to see a ball game. You're going to see a fight from us, and we're going to give it all we got.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Davien Brown, appreciate the time, and can't wait to see you out there this weekend.
Of course. Thank you for your time.
All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we're transitioning over to some women's basketball here at Ribbon Chop House. You're listening to Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing. Kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids. And new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master-planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning two-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our value and that we are here to stay. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. We strive to be there for our members through all of life's journeys, from having a baby to starting a business to even in later ages when looking for Medicare options. We're there at every moment to support our members in sickness and in health. We're there no matter what. It's beautiful.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
We're back at the Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. Before we talk to Jamison and Phillip, we want to remind you that for 39 years, Executive Services has been the printing and mailing experts in the Gallatin Valley, a locally family-owned business supporting Bobcat athletics, printing, and mailing done right. Find them online at printmailrelax.com. That's printmailrelax.com. All right, before we talk to Jamison and Phillip, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Cat Chat. We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. Getting ready to go for a 2-game weekend plus the Monday game this week as well. And we're over here at the Ribbon Chop House every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Through until we get to Boise. All right, we're going to talk a little women's basketball now. Women's hoops sitting at 4-0. Taylor Chiric was just named Big Sky Player of the Week again this week, which is very exciting. Yes. So a lot going on there, and we get to say hello and talk to Jamison Phillip now. How we doing? How we feeling?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Nice big old round of applause as usual. Just how you settling in? Freshman campaign. Just how's the season settling for you right now?
It's going good. I really like it. I really enjoy the team and the atmosphere, and it's just definitely an adjustment, but I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. How big of an adjustment is it jumping up? I mean, usually a lot of players will get that kind of deep breath, a year or two before you kind of get on it, but you've really been thrown into the fire. How big is that adjustment?
Quite a big adjustment, actually. The speed of high school and the speed of college are definitely different, but with the experience that I've heard from people around me and my teammates, I'm able to jump in and just hop right in.
Yeah. What is some of the stuff they've kind of communicated to you so that you can excel the way you have in the first handful of games you've been up here?
I just feel like right after a rep goes, not necessarily bad, but not the way that I'd hope it want to, my teammates are just there to tell me what to correct and what to fix, and just looking forward. That just helps me in the next play and the next rep mentality.
Yeah, well, we love that. And Eastern Washington was kind of one of those games where it was a next rep mentality, a little bit of a slow start, but Taylor hit the big three at the end of the regulation, got the win. You had the steal that set up Chirick's three, and then you had the game-winning layup. What was it? I mean, how did you guys kind of keep your mind in it and make sure you came back and started playing some Bobcat basketball in that second half to get this thing done?
Well, this team is super competitive, and if you know any of us, you know that none of us like to lose, and so we always put up a fight all the way till the end. I wouldn't say we started off the best, and I wouldn't say we played the best the entire game, but knowing that we can finish the way that we want and come out with a win was huge.
Yeah, no such thing as an ugly win. They're all just wins, especially when it comes to Big Sky play. So, yeah, it was fun to watch that play out. One of the things I think stood out to me, at least in this game, is just it's some of your feel for the game. When to kind of attack and get a steal like you did leading into that Chirick three. Where does that come from? How much feel do you feel like you have for the game?
I just feel like that's my job. Like, I need to go out there and I need to get to the paint. I need to get steals. I need to do my role for the team. And also watching my sister growing up my entire life, I've just been able to see that in action and then implement it into my game.
Yeah, your older sister, Dylan Phillip, on the team. She's injured right now, but she is a part of it. I think I saw her wandering around here at the Ribbon Shop as well. So, yeah, there she is. I see her. There you guys are. Yeah. You got a lot of your teammates here as well, which has started to become a bit of a fun tradition. But, yeah, how much fun is it? Obviously, she's not playing right now, but eventually will. How much fun is it to have your sister on the team right now?
It's super fun. It definitely makes it feel a lot more like home. She's just a voice in my ear that continues to help me get better, and I just love having her here with me.
Yeah. How similar or different are your games?
I would say we're a mix of both. I'd say definitely on the defensive end we play super similar, but on the offensive end I would prefer to have the ball in my hands to create for people, and she would prefer to catch and shoot. So quite opposite in that aspect, but it works well together.
Yeah, I'm sure that played well in some of the pickup games when you guys can get going.
Yep, exactly.
And so how much did you guys cross over? Were you able to play together in high school?
Yeah, my freshman year she was a senior, so we got 1 year together in high school.
All right, very cool. And you had quite a successful high school career. Do you know what your high school record was?
102-2.
That's pretty darn good. Yeah, I think there's a few jaws on the floor right now around Ribbon Shop. So having won as many games as you have, obviously that's not an easy feat. What are some of the things maybe that go into a winning team? That's what we expect here. We just saw that historic 30-win season last year, another Big Sky championship for women's hoops. But what are some of those tenets of a winning team since you've seen that firsthand?
I think culture is huge. I think building a good culture with your teammates and knowing where they're going to be, I think the summer definitely helped us learn each other's styles of play and things like that, and having good culture and competitiveness put together, I think can create a winning team no matter who you have.
Yeah. Did you guys do anything maybe that was not basketball related that helped build that culture or anything like that?
This summer we did some fun activities like ATV riding. We floated the Madison together, and I think that's where some of us really clicked off the court, that it was able to help us click easier on the court.
Nice. Did too much of that competitiveness start to maybe bleed over into any of that? Like, I'm going faster on the Madison, or I could drive faster or anything?
Not that I noticed, but it was probably there behind the scenes.
Yeah, just kind of bubbling under the surface. Well, it's fun to see what you were able to do in high school and kind of carry that thing over to here and get this thing rolling now that we're into Big Sky play, getting ready for the big rivalry game this weekend at home. So excited about all of that. What have people told you about getting ready for a rivalry game like this on Saturday?
A lot of things. It'll be super loud, number one. I've actually never been to a Cat Grays game, not even to watch, besides on the TV. So I think just prepping for the loudness of it, and I'm super glad that we get to do it at home and have our crowd behind us first. So that's super awesome. But I've just heard it's a crazy atmosphere. It's a huge rivalry, and we just need to go out there and do what we need to do.
Yeah. How much is the crowd and the atmosphere we're going to see on Saturday? And really, I mean, throughout the year, it was great crowds throughout the weekend as well. Real loud on Thursday, in particular, in that overtime win. But how much was that a factor for you when you were making your college decision?
I come from a place that's a college town, so having that support is super huge, and coming here and knowing how much support Bozeman gives to the college was also super huge. And so knowing that this place is a college town definitely intrigued me, and the love that everybody shows here and support.
All right, well, that's going to come to full fruition on Saturday. I know we're all very, very excited about that. And as a freshman, just kind of settling in, how are classes going? I mean, how are you kind of settling into the routine of balancing a college practice schedule and a college class schedule right now?
Yeah, classes are definitely harder than high school. Luckily, I did running start in high school, so I had a little bit of college class experience, which helped me be able to balance it better by coming in. But it's just a lot of work, and you kind of have to dedicate certain times to do certain things, and I think I'm still learning that, whether that's study time or whatever, but I'm definitely getting into the swing of it.
Yeah, do you know what you're going to major in yet, or kind of what direction you're going to go?
Yeah, I'm majoring right now in business and marketing, so I did some marketing stuff in the past in high school and competed nationally for it, and I really found a joy in it, so that's what I'm working on right now.
All right, I like it. Well, we're looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Give us one or two keys in this matchup against Montana on Saturday to be successful.
I think just being who we are and coming out with the same competitive fire. I think everything runs from our defense and transitions into our offense. So as long as we come out competitive and we work on what we need to be and what we need to do out there, it's going to be great.
All right, well, we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Jamison, appreciate the time and the insight today.
Thank you.
All right, we're taking a break. Sonny Smallwood joining us after this time out at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Hey, Bobcat fans. Want to make a real difference in the lives of Montana State student-athletes? The Bobcat Collective is your chance to do just that. By joining as a member or becoming a business partner, you're directly supporting our athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them succeed both on and off the field. Whether you're an individual looking to become a member or a business ready to partner with us, every contribution empowers our Bobcats to reach their full potential. Visit BobcatCollective.com to learn more and sign up today. Together, we can elevate our athletes and the entire Bobcat community. Go Cats, go!
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
We are back one final time at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. Talking some Bobcat basketball. The men are sitting at 3-1. They tip off at 7 o'clock against Montana, and the women are sitting at 4-0 in Big Sky play. Yeah. The reigning Big Sky champs, their 5th regular season title in the last 10 years, and a historic year last year, and it's followed up with a fun start so far this year. And we're talking now with Associate Head Coach Sunny Smallwood. Coach, how we doing? How we feeling today?
Doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you feel like you're just kind of settling into the season? I think for a lot of people, they were kind of following, but obviously get wrapped up in some football, and so everybody's kind of re-getting acquainted with the squad. So how you guys settling in right now?
Absolutely. First of all, let me just say it's so great to be home.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys are gone for a month.
Yes, we were. We were gone the whole month of December except for one game, and then right after we took off for another 2 games on the road with NAU and UNC. So it is so great to be home for two weeks, and so excited for this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun on Saturday and on Monday as well as we kind of settle in here. Let's go to Taylor Chirick, her 4th Big Sky Player of the Week, 3rd straight right now, coming off this last week. Got to be fun watching the sophomore continue to blossom.
So incredibly proud of this young woman. Jamison said it very clearly about this whole team and just how they don't like to lose. Yeah. They hate to lose, and it's a different thing to say they like to win, but when you say you don't like to lose, that grit comes through, and Taylor is the epitome of grit. I was making fun of her, today in her shooting practice because she, at one point in the Eastern game, she missed a layup, and she was she was sprinting back to find her player, and she goes, "Come on, Taylor, score the ball." She's just talking to herself. And then, of course, she rolls, right? I mean, she just goes crazy. So she's an incredible young woman. She's what we call a total package, you know, just an amazing young woman in character, tremendous basketball player, and wants to be the best she can be. She's a sponge. But at the same time, a committed student. She carried 18 credits last semester.
Wow, that's a lot.
And killed it. Killed it.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
That wanting to avoid losing, hating it to lose. How much is that kind of the nature versus nurture? How much did Taylor and some of this team come in with versus how much do you guys nurture that once they're here?
I think that we look for players like that. You're never sure what you're going to get. You think you might be getting something like that. There are times that you're getting something a little bit different, but I don't know that you can necessarily teach that.
Yeah.
But we definitely look for that quality, and some of them have it more. Like Jamison, we knew in high school that we thought she was going to be like that, and she's all that and then some. Taylor, all that and then some. I mean, even Dylan, you name it, we've got some kids that are all that and then some.
Yeah. How much does Coach Binford hate to lose as well?
Oh, all that and then some. Yeah.
So she knows how to spot it in
She
people.
sure does. She sure does.
Yeah. Well, we just did obviously talk to Jamison Phillip, had the game-winning layup on Thursday. Tell us a little bit about that play, just how things kind of played out in that moment, her going coast to coast basically and putting that thing home for the win.
Yeah. I think I'd love to tell you that was drawn up and that was, just the way we wanted it to go. But again, that comes to kids that look for opportunities. Of course, we talk about hunting the paint and things like that. But this is a young woman who actually in the moment just saw the opportunity and she went after it. And so I give her all the credit to, just taking that upon herself. I know when she was talking with you this evening, I loved how mild-mannered and all that she was, but you guys know when she gets on the court, she is just a bulldog in all the right senses of the word. So, yeah, I was just so incredibly proud of her, and I'm not going to lie, I was sitting back going, okay, Jay. She took it in and went in hard and finished, and yeah, really proud of her.
Yeah, who's got the biggest difference in their off-court versus on-court demeanor?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think. Jamison definitely is different. She's a little more mild. Well, I don't know. Taylor's pretty mild-mannered, too. You know Taylor.
Yeah. She's pretty bubbly. I feel like she's got that high energy, and then the energy kind of turns on the floor, right? So it's a little bit different, but it's still a similar energy on the floor.
Yep. I would say that, too. And, I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, we can say it's Jamison.
Okay.
And
if
if somebody else comes up with something else later in the year, we'll remember.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, I like it. But it is always a fun thing to see how these players are different once they do kind of step on the floor, because it's a high pressure thing. I mean, we know how much these players work, how much they want to be great, how much they have to balance as they kind of come into their own, and dealing with that adversity, like we talked with Coach Logie, we talked with football, which was such a big storyline down the stretch, and it makes me think about what you guys have to do when it's dealing with a poor first half against Eastern Washington and battling back. How much do you guys have to instill that ability to fight adversity in this team, and how much of that is a focus for you guys?
Yeah, I think that you definitely have to, at halftime, first of all, let me just say, Coach Ben, Ryan just made a comment the other day that she should write a book on pregame speeches.
Yeah.
She gives some pretty amazing pregame speeches, but that halftime and some of those halftimes, she has to really bring it in terms of not only very specific teaching adjustments, but then also energy and pulling it out of them. And but she has just a way of making it happen. But we definitely have to do that for them to help them out.
Yeah. What are some of the things that go into a great pregame speech? I don't know. What are the hallmarks of a great pregame speech?
She always comes up with something really, just amazing. And like, for instance, this last week, she wrote on the board. She always writes something on the board and then explains it to the team after she gets done giving the scout. She and I give the scout right before we go out to start the game. And I always go through the personnel, and then she goes through their offense and their defense and what we're going to do. And then over on the side, she writes down the keys to the game, and then she always has some specific word or phrase. And the phrase last week was secret weapon. Yeah. And all of us were like, okay, what's the secret weapon?
Yeah, build a little anticipation.
Yeah, the team was kind of like, and she kind of got rolling, and I mean, she was fired up talking, and she said, our secret weapon is our bench. And she said, our bench is going to come out, and they are going to outplay their bench, and that's going to help our starters outplay their starters. And she just went on and on and on about our bench. And guess what? 47 points our bench scored in the Idaho game. I mean, it was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah, Brianne Bailey had 18 in this game. Tegan Erickson had 16 in this game to go along with the 3 steals that she had. So fun to see that. Tell us a little bit about Brianne Bailey, how she settled it in. I mean, she played 20 minutes, 5 of 5 from the field, pair of threes in this game, 3 rebounds, mentioned the 18 points. But tell us a little bit about her.
Man, talk about one of the most positive young women you're ever going to want to meet. And I could probably say that about all of them. But Brianne is just a sponge. She wants to be great in every sense of the word, whether it's on the court, as a person, with her teammates. I mean, she just wants to be great. And, she was struggling a little bit with steals, early on. And really proud of her coming out. I think it was the Idaho game that she came out. Was she 5 for 5 or something
5 for 5,
like that?
Yep.
Yep, 5 for 5. I don't think she had any turnovers, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, no turnovers.
Yep. So that was maybe the first game that she sort of came into her own a little bit. She came from a team. Actually, her mom was her coach, and she had to do everything for that team. Great young women. Obviously, her mom was a player, did a great job, but she had to do everything. And so she's trying to find a way to play with her teammates, right? And I think that Coach Ben meets with all of the point guards every week, and she's one of those. And so she's constantly working with her on how to simplify the game. It's one of the things I love about Coach Ben is she always goes back to let's perfect the simple. And so that's what Brianne is starting to do.
Yeah, well, that's exciting to see. Also for Tegan Erickson with the 16 points, not a freshman, but coming along as well. It seems like she's got a really high ceiling.
Oh, my goodness, yes. this young woman, I want to say this child, but this is a young woman. I mean, goodness sakes, this girl, it's so fun to come and see her come out in the game, and first time they pass her the ball, and she just goes up into her shot, confident, and again, making an impact for us as a result. But yes, you guys have seen her, all of you in this audience have seen us play, and you saw her as a freshman. Her middle name is Urgent. So we call her Tegan Urgent Erickson. And part of the reason is sometimes she just has a tendency, to play in a very methodical, calm manner. But she played with some urgency on Saturday, and boy, did it show through.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always fun when you can see a player really kind of come into their own and play with that confidence. We just talked about that with like a Chris Hodges on the men's side, playing with that confidence, bringing that out of people. One person we have not talked about, didn't talk about her at all last week either, is Addison Harris. I mean, it's almost like we can kind of take her for granted at this point as a sophomore. 12 points, 6 of 10 in the Idaho game. Had a big game against Eastern as well. I feel like she's been kind of that kind of consistent, stabilizing force right now, which is such a compliment for such a young player.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, and, I mean, we're so fortunate to have such a versatile scorer, defender, athlete, and person. Yeah. I mean, you'll never meet another young woman that's as fearless and as surprisingly joyful in the way she lives life. But when she brings it to the court, she is a master at celebrating her teammates. But yet, you're right, we haven't celebrated her, or at least now having that chance to celebrate her and just what she brings to this team. Just her ability to score in so many different ways. And and she didn't even play her best basketball this past weekend, which is really exciting.
Yeah, or scary if you're an opponent.
Or scary, exactly. And so, it's just going to be a fun ride with that young woman.
Yeah, well, it's fun watching that. Obviously, we'll have Addie and Taylor and everybody else on the show as the season progresses. One of the other things that stands out to me, too, right now in this chaotic world of working in sports is your coaching staff has really been pretty stable now the last couple of years, which is always cool to see, even all the way down to our boy Daniel Sally on the outside as your broadcaster. But just give us a sense of what you feel like makes your coaching staff click with this group you have right now.
Yeah, I think, first of all, the respect that they have for Coach Ben. Yeah. And just they recognize, how masterful she is as an X's and O's woman, but also, she actually recruits her coaching staff the same way she recruits her players.
Oh, interesting.
She wants to find great people and then the great, skill as a coach. And I think that that's one of the things she's done with this group of people. And I can say that each one of us bring different gifts, and we bring them every day. Daniel is one of the funniest humans I've ever met in my life. Not to mention just being so incredibly good at all of his jobs, and I say that because
with the plural jobs.
Yes, he does so many great things. So I think that she's just put together a really great group of people, and people that really want to work hard to help make her and this team and this university great.
Well, if you want to hear from Daniel, we did just tape and post the Bobcat Insider podcast for this week, kind of recap the national championship game. We recorded right after Justin Lamson announced he was returning for his final year. Yes, that is official. Very, very exciting in that regard. So if you want to hear some of that, you can catch that. We also have the Bobcat Insider television show out as well if you want to hear from Coach Binford a little bit. All right. So we're getting ready to go for this big weekend. First and foremost, another Gold Rush. Great crowd, going to be an awesome atmosphere. For you, just watching the way this game has grown, how much do you just cherish an opportunity for your team to get out and play in an environment like we're going to see on Saturday?
Absolutely. We're thankful for our fans every single week, every single day.
Yep.
The support that you give us, not to mention every sport in this community. But we're just thankful for that. And, to be so excited to have you all in the stands supporting us this weekend is going to be a blast. So fun for these young women to get rewarded by that experience for all the hard work that they put in, because not everybody gets that opportunity. And so it's a chance for me to say thank you to all of you, but at the same time, just we're going to give you our best because of it. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And how often have we heard these players come up here and talk about their recruiting visit? And boy, that crowd was awesome, and that is certainly something that impacts that. All right, so give us a couple of X's and O's, something to look for against this Montana team this week.
Absolutely. Montana, they're coached by Nate Harris, who you may or may not remember, coached with Coach Ben for several years before taking a head D2 job. And so he's very familiar with us. He's a very good X's and O's coach. So we know that he's going to come in prepared, and he's going to come in, and we're going to be totally ready for whatever he might bring because he's creative. So what we know is what we can control, and that is we have to be the best version of ourselves. It's going to be about what we're going to do to them, not what they're going to do to us. And I think that from an X's and O's standpoint, that means that I'm going to come back to we have to perfect the simple on the offensive side, make sure that we're keeping it simple. We are taking the right shots for this team, and what that means is when you have an open rhythm three, you take it for the team, and we're going to back you up with rebounding and all of that. I think that on the defensive end, one of the biggest things we have to expect game in and game out, whether it's Montana or not, is ball pressure. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a number one key for us, putting lots of pressure on them. We know that they shoot the three extremely well. So I would say ball pressure and making sure that we contain their point guard, Matt Koenig, and then also protect the three-point line.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. That was our look ahead presented by Vance Thompson Vision. Associate Head Coach Sonny Smallwood, thank you so much for the time and the insight. Always exciting when we get a chance to get to talk to you.
Thank you, Keaton. Appreciate you.
All right, that'll wrap up this week's edition of Cat Chat. Thank you to Coach Smallwood and Coach Logie, as well as Davien Brown and Jamison Phillip. Always fun to see you guys each and every week. We'll be back again next Tuesday. Until then, go Cats. You've been listening to Cat Chat presented by Learfield.